So now with all that talk about alignment, I'm gonna quickly go over a few exercises that will help you connect with your alignment so that you can load better, more efficiently, so you can feel stronger, protect your joints, build stronger muscle, and of course, improve bone density. So when it comes to alignment, I want you to imagine not just a straight stick or a straight body. I want you to imagine a body that has a nice curve around the cervical spine and the lower back here. And then this way, whenever we're exercising, like doing squats, lunges, push-ups, any form of weight-bearing activity, you want to do your best to maintain contact points on the head, the tail, and also in the mid-back here. And as a result, this can be a little bit of a challenge, especially if you have a posture where your hips might be tucked under or your head might be far forward like this. Because if I'm trying to weight train and I'm loading and my posture looks like this permanently, I have a lot of things working against me. So one of the most important things I want to do to begin with is to learn how to bring my body to a more aligned position. And everybody's curves around their neck and their lower back will be a little bit different, so don't compare yourself to me. But it's just important to share that if you know that your head is a little bit too far forward or your hips might be a bit tucked under, being mindful of this is really helpful. So by using a stick, you can actually practice a hinge-like exercise, which will help you strengthen the back of your hips, hamstrings, spine, and also open up your chest and posture and improve that alignment as well. So what you're gonna do is take the stick, trying your best to keep your head and tail connected to it to the best of your ability. So if you're a little bit far away for now, just do what you can. And then from here, I'm gonna get you to bend your knees and think about sending your hip bones back so that you feel a stretch through here. Allow the chest and the front of your abs area here to be open. You don't wanna feel too tight. You wanna just be able to breathe in and out. And then from this position, you're going to just come up and then come back down. Nice and simple. I often like to recommend right here at the front of the hip bone, this point, think about sending your hips back. So sometimes that's helpful just to use that cue, because sometimes people hinge and their knees go too far forward this way. We really need to think about weight on the heels, sending the hips back, feeling that stretch in the back of the body, and also feeling connection to your heel bone, not so much just your toes. Really shift that weight back. And then continue this for a few repetitions. Doing this movement, if you haven't done that before, can be quite exhausting or challenging. 10 repetitions, 2 to 3 to start with is a good place. The next exercise we're gonna practice is a glute bridge, but not just any glute bridge. I'm going to get you to reach your arms out nice and long like so, fingertips reaching towards the wall in front of you. Keep your neck in alignment so your chin is not tucked. It's open, so you shouldn't feel any discomfort or neck pain. And in some cases, you might need to use a pillow underneath your head. So just adjust to what you feel. And then from here, keeping your feet parallel, making sure your heels aren't too far away from your fingertips. And then think about pressing your feet into the earth as you come up. You want to come up to the point where you really feel that connection with your feet. You feel your glutes, your hamstrings, and core muscles engaging nicely. And then inhale as you come down, and then exhale, coming up. From here, just by keeping your arms in this position, this actually helps you keep your rib cage and your pelvis in alignment. You don't necessarily need to tuck or bring your abs down. You might see videos like that online, but unfortunately sometimes those positions can get overdone and then we can make certain patterns worse. So to keep it simple and general for this case, just by reaching your arms here and thinking about pressing your feet into the floor, this helps you engage the right muscles correctly. And then focusing on the breath, exhale as you come up, inhale as you come down. I will have more videos on this type of exercise slowly down the track, which you can tune in, but for now, keep it simple and you can practice 2 to 3 sets for about 10 repetitions. The next exercise that's great for your alignment is the dead bug. So with the dead bug, there is a few different variations we can do, but we'll try our best to keep it simple because even advanced levels of fitness benefit from just taking it a bit easy here because there's a few particular details. So I'm gonna get you to just either with one, bring one leg up to 90 degrees, keep the other foot down, or if you're a bit more advanced, you could bring both legs up. But before you do that, just wait. I'm gonna get you to press your left hand into your right knee, and from here, holding this position, making sure that that knee and that hand don't move. You stay very stable here as you exhale and bring your arm back like this. If this feels easy and you're not wobbling, feel free to lift up the left leg and then bring the left leg out as you bring the right arm. And the goal is to stay very stable with that left hand and right thigh. This is where most people go wrong. They get so excited about moving these arms that they're wobbling everywhere, not paying attention to the points that are stabilizing. So really emphasize this. This doesn't move. This arm stays straight. And then exhale as you come out to the best of your ability with control, and then inhale, come back. Exhale, inhale, come back. And you're gonna try that 2 to 3 times each side, 8 to 10 repetitions. The next exercise we're gonna do is a shift back. So you're gonna have your hands underneath your shoulders like so. Your knees can be either open or you can keep them parallel. For the sake of this video, because it's a bit general, I'm just gonna stick to general guidelines, so you can just bring your knees open. And from here, I want you to keep your eyes fixed on a spot and then just watch your whole eye gaze go down as you move your body. So make sure your head is moving with your body rather than getting fixated on something right in front. Let it move with you. And then as you do this, this is gonna help your back of your head, neck, and spine stay aligned the whole time. Because oftentimes what happens is somebody does this exercise and they round their back, and we don't wanna round our back here. It's not bad to round your back, but the goal is, can we maintain alignment? Like as if I have that stick on my head and my tail here, can I maintain that position and have stability here while I move through this position? It looks simple, but surprisingly, a lot of people just do this without even realizing it. And again, it's all about having awareness and control, and that's what's gonna strengthen our deep core muscles and make more strength exercises a lot easier as we progress. So following here, just breathing in and out through your nose. And with this one, if you can, 2 to 3 reps, 2 to 3 sets. And for this one, you can do 10 reps for 2 to 3 sets. Next, and if appropriate for you based off your level, we're gonna do a squat. And with the squat, you can either use a block or a weight. However, if you've never done a squat like the way I'm gonna share with you, try using a block first just to make sure you feel the right muscles working. So what I'm gonna get you to do is hold the block right in between your forearms like so, to allow the back of your rib cage to open up through here, because oftentimes when people are not aligned and they're exercising, they have a tendency to be really upright like this. So we actually need to remove that tension in the back just a bit, soften, so then this way when we go down into a squat, we actually feel a stretch and we feel those muscles work behind the back. And then from here, breathing in through your nose, and then exhale as you come up, keeping your eyes nice and relaxed. And also applying that same principle with the stick, where your head and neck are in alignment the whole time and you're avoiding going like that. So if that's happening, try to just bring your chin down just a tad so that your eyes are matching your pelvis, and then coming up and down. And oftentimes, depending on your posture, depending if you have a position of pelvis and head that's more like that, your default might be to do that. So if that's you, what you can do is just squat down to the point that you can control, and over time your body will adjust. So what that might look like is that if you're starting here and your eye gaze is there, your position, your eyes might shift this way when you come down, and that's okay. Work to what's available to you, and over time there's more modifications and progressions that we can do, but let's keep things simple before we get carried away. So focusing just on holding through here, feeling the burn. You're gonna feel those muscles in the back working to support you as you carry through these squats. And you can keep your distance of your feet a little bit more within shoulder width apart. We don't have to be too technical here. Just focus on breathing through this, moving really nicely. And importantly, as you go through, making sure that you feel your feet connect to the floor. Feel your toes unclaw, make sure they're not tense. Feel the big toe, the forefoot, the ball of the foot connecting to the floor the same way that your heels do. And then continue this for 10 reps, and I recommend at least 2 to 3 sets. So while there are so many more exercises that I would recommend and maybe even customize to your particular needs, I would say just to start, focus on these basic ones. And when I mean basic, I don't mean that they're easy. They can actually be quite hard when you do them properly. And if you have a history of exercise, but maybe you've had a bit of a break, just revisiting these exercises and maybe tweaking them a little bit can give your muscles the tingles in a good way that they need. So take your time to practice the technique and form. There is no rush, and slowly over time, as you feel more comfortable, you can start to progress. And if you have any questions, don't be shy to drop them below. But I hope this helps you. And if you need customization, more support, or you want to join some of my programs that offer extra guidance, more modifications, and new ways to keep your body challenged, you can also see more details below.